do. I don't care.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you understand.
Yep.
And then, so you were,
It's like, oh, this is wonderful because it's almost like I was waiting for somebody to tell me it's not. It can be 10 digits and it's still one set of numbers at a time. And so I'm going through them left and
yes,
right. It's
yes,
I still sometimes have trouble if I'm going from the left, and I'm finding it's easier if I go to the right. But either
yes,
way, and then if I go to the right, then I'm find a way to make myself go to the left because I like
yes,
going from the left. Hey, Elisa, hello.
yes. That's why I get one, that's why I wonder, like, is it really that difficult? You know?
No, if you can get past what we were taught as children,
Yes,
and
exactly.
and and just stick with what you're being taught with on the abacus,
Yep,
it don't matter how many digits you have. And I just say here, and now I'm still holding my place,
yep,
and
exactly.
I'm not really holding my place on the abacus, but I'm holding
Yep,
my place in the put in the
yep,
problem.
yep.
And I'm just like, oh, do this, do it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, it's almost like I was waiting for somebody to tell me you have permission not to think it's hard,
Yes.
which I don't really understand that one. But as soon as y'all told was talking about it's just another set of numbers, and it has no reason to be hard. I
Yes.
get, like I said, I give my a day to absorb and assimilate the information that I learned from the last live, and
Yes.
then the next day when I pulled up the basic math abacus,
Yes.
I was going through it, and I'm like, ooh, and I'm still writing my formulas down.
Yep.
Sometimes you look on the practice pages, and haven't, but that's because I wasn't having any problems.
Yeah.
But when you get to the point, like I'm on page 80 of this book, and we've got subtraction and addition, so I'm writing the formulas down.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3 digits, and now you could give me 7 digits, and I'd be fine
I know.
on the adding and the subtracting. Both of them, I would
Yes.
be fine.
That's yes.
The
It's
the multiplication, if you gave me that many digits, I would be slower, but I could still
yes.
do it.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And that's the beauty about abacus is like you one, you can visualize it, but two, really it's one, it's changing the way we are taught.
It really is. But I guess I guess as you're teaching this and you start getting into the bigger digits, you give them the permission. It doesn't have to be hard. It's still the same thing that you did on the last 2 digits. Because
Yes.
apparently that's all I needed. And
Yes.
I was like that. I was
But
like,
I
oh,
need but I need you to go through that journey. I
yeah.
can tell you all I could tell you till I'm blue in the face, but you have to go through that journey. And that's why like I
But
struggle.
it wasn't until you said that. And then 2 days later when I came back to it, I was just
Really?
zooming through it. I'm telling
Uh
you, I
okay.
was just zooming through it. I'm like, ooh, I can do this.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
one set of numbers. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah. You know,
I
like
was good.
some people ask me like, get a bigger, harder question. I'm like thinking, why? You know, because I struggle with understanding why it's so difficult now because I've been doing it for so long. The
Well, you've
only
been
thing
doing
I
it for
could see,
20 years.
yeah, the only thing I could see is like maybe when you do like the two step, it's a multi step. That could be where it's a little bit difficult, but the bigger the numbers, it doesn't matter.
Well, for me, if I when I realize it's going to be a 2 step is when I realize there's not enough feeds.
Yeah.
So then I do the second step.
Yeah.
Um, but that was not my holdup. My holdup was that I guess in my brain I was because I'd always been taught you have more
Yeah.
digits, it's harder.
Exactly. Exactly.
And until last week when y'all were talking about that, and it's like you gave me permission for it not to be hard,
Yes. Okay. I see.
and
I
it
see.
clicked,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, I can do this, no problem. Still writing
Yeah.
formulas, still writing
Yeah.
formulas.
The biggest thing is the formulas, right? That's the
Yeah, oh
foundation, that's the
yes,
elements. But understanding if you have enough beads, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. And the other thing that I really like is you're always saying it's not a race. You can take your time doing this.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
mean, it's all of a sudden, because we were always rush, 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 rush. You got to memorize this, you got to memorize
Yep.
that, you got to memorize, and that was frustrating as a
Yes.
child.
Yeah.
And I was in school in the 70s and 80s. I graduated in 87.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and go through all this, and I had a teacher that would go up and down the aisles asking, well, what is the answer to this multiplication? And he gave me an easy one because he
Yeah.
knew I
Yeah.
could do it because I was
Yeah.
very math oriented. And I looked at him. My mind was blank. I knew the answer was 12. And
Yeah.
he goes, Tammy, 4 times 3. So it took me a second. I went, oh, 12.
Yeah.
But but being put on the spot was not fun either.
Yeah. Right.
I would never do a competition. My son loved the math competitions. He thought they
Yeah.
were great.
Yeah.
And it's just, but it's like when we're going through this and you're saying certain statements, and it's like it's the opposite of what we were taught. So we're getting permission to slow down. We're getting permission to recognize that that's not a bigger number or harder number. It's just another set of numbers.
Yeah. Exactly.
And,
Yeah.
and that's all I needed last week, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not going,
funny.
and I'm still limiting myself to 2 pages because
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm understanding. And I want to go slow, and I don't want to just zoom through the books like I have in the past.
Right.
Um, and just so you know, I haven't found any mix-ups.
Yeah.
Other than that, the 2 word ladders, that's the only thing I found. But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
it's been great.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you.
So I have thoroughly enjoyed myself,
Yes.
and I cannot wait for the next book to come out. But I know I have to
Yep. So,
because you're still working on the kids' book. So
yep.
and that was your ultimate starting with. The adult was
Yeah.
oh,
I,
okay,
yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah. It's interesting. A lot of people has really gravitated to it. I've actually sold out. I brought my books in like last week, 2 weeks ago. And I
Yeah,
think I had like 20 or something. So, excuse me. I've sold out. I gotta wait for my next shipment. And so, yeah, I mean, it is on Amazon, but I get, yeah,
yeah, but it's just I am thoroughly amazed at what I'm able to do with this little bitty thing.
yeah, yep, yep,
Just thoroughly, I am thoroughly amazed, and I love it. And it's like, you want to have a class? Let's have a class. I'm good. I am raring to go. Matter of fact, I have ordered me some composition notebooks because I'm
nice.
doing this. I'm doing
Yes,
this, and I've got papers coming out. So
yep,
I got me some composition notebooks coming Saturday,
yep,
and I'm going to just transfer all that information into the first one, and then just keep going.
yeah,
It's just because I take everything we discuss here,
yeah,
I'm writing down.
yeah,
Because if nothing else, it just reinforces what I've already learned, and I'm going. It's going in there. So
nice.
if anybody's watching the videos, I'm looking down. It's because I'm writing. I noticed watching the videos that sometimes I look like I'm bored, and I'm not. I'm just listening.
You're processing.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. It's not that I'm bored. It's just I'm processing. So
Yeah,
so I promise I do want to be here, and I'm very interested in what's being said.
yeah. I noticed that when I get and I don't get a lot of comments in the when I go live on TikTok.
Yeah.
I get a lull. I have to remember people are trying to process what I've said and not being
Hmm.
able to like comment. So,
Well, it's like with my son. Say we go to church. He despised going to children's church. So when he come into the main sanctuary with us, it would take him to Tuesday or Wednesday to completely process what the preacher said, and
right.
then he'd have questions. So
Yes.
I learned just to wait on him.
Yeah. 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 So, how you doing, Alyssa? There was a question you had. It was 52 takeaway 18.
Oh, yes. Did you got the sheet, right, that I sent you
Yep,
to on it?
yep.
Oh, we were going to
Okay.
do the word problems. Yeah.
Yeah, this was kind of a word problem. But this was more like understanding the concept of how to how to talk about the what they do is called regrouping. So the question is 52 minus 18,
Hmm.
right? And so what mainstream does is that, okay, here's 52, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2. So what they do is they take this and they make it to the ones place.
Yep.
That's what they do.
Hmm.
I'm going to replace it. There's that. So now what happens is they need that what they do, and I found it interesting that the book actually started with the tens. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's what I wrote in there, is that was the one thing that they talked about is starting in the tens place.
Yeah, which is interesting because there's research behind going from left to right and right to left, and the research shows that it's easier to go from left to right.
Yes.
So in the book, or the question was minus 18. So what they do is they take away one tens, and then because 12 is 12 plus 40 is the same as 52, right?
Hmm.
Then all you got to do is take away this, which is the 110, and then they take away 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I take away the 8, and then I'm left with 4. Okay, abacus.
I have a question. I wonder if that when they're doing the 12 there and they're doing I wonder if it would be easier to put a block of five, and then you have five ones plus the extra there instead of putting the 10.
Why does that matter? Like that?
Yeah.
Why would that be a different? Why would that be? What are you thinking there?
What am I thinking? I don't know. There's got to be a reason why I thought that. Maybe because I was thinking the abacus way, but
You are.
okay.
You are. Because it's easier for your brain to group 5 together. That's
It
why,
is, yeah. I mean, because then
right?
all you have to do, well, I think there's a not, no, that is 12. That is 12. Okay.
Right? But the thing is it's easier for a brain to see 5 and
Oh, there,
5,
those are loose. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
It's easier to see the 5 and 5 as opposed to one big giant 10 and then 10 cubes.
And then just, or yeah. Okay.
Okay. So in abacus, we're going to keep it this way. But what we do is we realize that the number that we want to take away is 8. Okay, wait. So I need to take away the 1. So I need to take away 1. How do we minus the 1? We know minus the 1 is minus the 1 is equal
Minusing,
to, yeah,
minusing the five plus the four.
yeah. So let's start with that. Okay, we're done with this, right? We're done with that. Now we're getting to the 8. What do we do? Well, the problem here is in these are, if you really think about it, these are all on the ones column because there's no real understanding of place values.
Okay, what do you mean?
These are all individuals. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 40. I have 40 items right here.
Okay,
As opposed to this, I have 4 beads on the tens place.
right.
That's the
Okay.
difference, right? The difference is this is a 1-to-1. This is a representation.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So now,
with the blue cubes, you can't tell what place they
yeah,
need to be in.
yeah, exactly. So we know that this is the 2, right? From the 52. We're looking at the 8. Now, abacus, we actually don't break to make this 12.
No.
What we do is we know when we want to take away the 8, we take away the 8. Which leaves me with 2 that I have remaining, and I have to add it to my 1s. I have to take away the 10, but I have too much. What am I doing? Oh, 52. Right? But because I've taken away too much, if I take away the 110, I have to add back 2. So my final answer is 34.
Two questions. So when you have the the 4 beads, because it's over in the tens plates, it really represents 10, but we don't really say that. And just kind of like those 4 rods, it's just that you're visually seeing 10 individual squares in a rod, so to
Yes.
speak. So that still is kind of representing 10. And when you're minusing the 8, what you're really doing is minusing the 10 and then adding 2 more to the ones place.
Yes.
Because what's interesting to me is kind of how you showed there's the 10 and the 2 ones. You have to, because I was talking about my husband and he said, well, that's a temporary hold. When you're in magazine in mainstream math, when you're bringing 10 over,
Oh, yeah.
that's only a temporary hold because you know that you can't, it only can hold so much in there.
Yep.
So then you basically go and say 12 minus 8, and then you have the 4.
Yep.
But what's so cool, like kind of like that one time when I did that subtraction, I'm like, why do I want to bring 10 over? Why don't I just add 2 to the 2 up there and
Yep.
then subtract the 10?
Yep.
It just seems so much easier to do that way. The 10 will do what it's supposed to do, and that's subtract 10 in the tens place. So when we did 52, when we did 52 minus 18, first we did because there's a formula, because there's a 5 there, you have to minus the 5 and you have to add the 4. So you've already taken 1 away. One's
Right.
already done.
Right.
Now you have to subtract pretty much 8,
8. Yep.
from, would it be
From
42?
40.
Yeah, from 40.
Yep.
And then all you have to, and what's so cool about that is the 4 is already set up for you to easily subtract the 10, which is subtracting the 8, and then you add the difference,
Yep.
which is the 2.
Yes.
That just, so when there was that little bubble in there, then when they said, oh, I forgot what that
Yes,
bubble.
here it is. It's 5 10s and 2 1s is the same as 4 10s and 12 1s.
So how would you say that abacus way? What do they really say when you switch it to the abacus way of thinking? What are you really saying?
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
No.
We don't do that. Okay, here. Do you remember the Chinese abacus? Do you
A
remember
little
how?
bit.
Okay, let's do a count, and I'll show you what I see.
Okay.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mhm.
Notice when we take the 5, this is 5. We need to trade it in and we do that. Do you see that?
That's trading for a 5.
Yes. So
Kind of
it's redundant steps.
okay.
So we do it again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trade this in to make a 5. But then this is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. I got to trade this in to make a 10. So the extra steps that we've done here is very similar to how mainstream is doing it. As opposed to Abacus, there is no redundant step. That's why it's so efficient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So is the redundance taking the 10 and putting it over into the ones place? Is that what's redundant?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And so when we're looking at it, you had to cross this out to make this a 4, make this a 12. What happens is you need to memorize that 8 and 4. What is that, right? 8
Yeah,
and
that's
4,
right.
right?
8 and 4,
Yep.
yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
So you need to memorize this number bond. Whereas in Abacus, you don't need to. In Abacus, you just need to memorize
The
the
partner's
8.
the 10. Yeah, the
Yeah.
partner's 10.
You just need to only memorize 8. So minus the 8 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 2. So we could do it again. What's the other one? The other one you have to memorize, if it was 13, right? You have to memorize 8 and 5. That's another set you have to memorize.
Right.
That's getting so big. So even the same thing, we can keep going. We can do 11 and then 8 and 3. These are all the things you have to memorize.
Mhm.
Whereas in Abacus, we only need to know this 8.
So that word, 52 is the same as 48 plus 12 is
Yes,
really saying that it is
trading.
minus the 8 equals 10, minusing the 10 plus 2. Is that the difference? Kind of saying what that little quote is in that box? I could be making it way more too complicated.
Yeah, no. What they're doing here when they say 5 tens is the same as 2 ones. I'm sorry, 5 tens and 2 ones is the same as 4 tens and 12 ones. We don't do that on Abacus because we don't go up to 12 because it's redundant.
Okay.
We
Okay.
don't go past 10. We don't go past 9.
I was seeing how I can explain that in an abacus way, that little bubble, what they're trying to say, but this is what we're trying to do. That's the wording, I guess.
Yeah, the
I was looking
difference
at.
is you can either trade and memorize the different, they call it 8 fact family, but they call it 8 fact family,
Mhm.
right? You have to memorize all that as opposed to the single formula that you need to memorize here is just minus the 8 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 2.
Mhm.
So we don't, in Abacus, we don't do the trade. We don't do this trade.
We don't do the trade. Okay. Yeah, you're
And
right.
I have a Chinese abacus, and I have tried using it.
Yeah.
It just makes me mad. So I just keep it because it looks pretty.
Yeah.
I got shiny little black beads on mine, so it's
Yeah.
just pretty. I can't
Yeah.
use it. I have tried, so I'm sticking with my two that I've got that are both Sorbonnes.
Mm.
Mm.
But I also don't know how to teach Chinese abacus because what I've been told is it's a counting up method like mainstream.
Mhm.
Japanese actually made it more efficient.
Hmm. I guess
So,
lately what I've been doing is I'm still not used to this is the horizontal way. Um, and
oh,
and so when I do the 52 minus the 18, and let's say you want to bring that 10 over, I just say do you subtract the 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 8 well, no, actually what I did is I would do 5 minus 1, and then I would do 4, and I would repeat it again and put 42 subtract 8. And then that's where, instead of saying, okay, let's bring 10 over, let's just subtract the 1 and then just put plus 2 next to the 2 right there. And you know that that's the adding part. That's going to be the 4. That's going to be the 4. And then what you subtract, because 4 minus 1, because you're minusing the 10, is going to
Okay.
be 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm talking about if I were to do it on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So if you were to do it on paper, I would rewrite this to be like, so if, but that's the difference is we don't,
we
anyways.
don't do that.
So no, but if we rewrite it on paper, right? We have to know that we're adding this. So we minus the 10, that's what this is. Then
Yeah.
we have to minus the 10 again, and then we have to plus the 2. That's how I would write it on paper. Oops.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
Because that's what we're doing.
Yeah, because minus the 10 is minus the 1, which is minus the 5 plus 4. And then
Yep.
you're minusing the 10 again, and then
Yep.
you're adding the 2.
Yep. See, this right here, we substitute it, and this is 8.
Yep,
Minus 8.
that's the formula right there.
Yep.
Okay, yes. Okay.
So if you want to write it, that's how I would write it. But I guess, yeah, I don't.
Yeah. So I was just trying to see how we can make that just explaining it to him and things like that, because I know he's gonna be learning. Well, you have to, because they do the trade game. They say, okay, take 10 ones and trade it in for a 10. Okay, and so then you have your 10 and then you have your 2, and that's what I don't know why they're having them practice that trade in, but that's what they're doing.
They
Trade
do
10
the
yeah.
Yeah, they do the trade-in because that's the way mainstream math is. So you
Right.
know what I would probably do? Maybe this kind of sparked the idea of here is 52 minus 18, right? So maybe what is this? This is 10 plus 2. Maybe that could be the same,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
As opposed to, see, the thing is mainstream talks about the top. Abacus talks about the bottom.
And both of those numbers would actually be circled. Because that minus 1 really is minus the 5 plus the 4.
Right. So then it'd be 5 is equal to minus 5 plus 4.
And there, yeah. Okay.
Right. So that's the one to go here. We substituted.
I
Right.
see.
And then this comes its own, which
Yep.
is
8.
10 minus 2. I don't know if that is
I might have
confusing.
made it more complicated. Yeah. Okay. I think once you start visualizing, what the minus the 1 is, which is minus 5 minus 4, and you visually seeing what you're doing, then
Yes.
that's fine. Yeah. I was just curious as to why they were, why they're doing this. And so I was trying to find a way to be able to just add to what they're talking about. So I could be
Yeah.
making it way more complicated. So yeah, I apologize. I should probably just make it simple.
But now, Alyssa, now with what she just wrote down, you're basically still doing what we're doing on the abacus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just in written form.
Yeah, that's
But
exactly it.
the difference is on the abacus, we don't need to write it. We just need to recognize.
We just do it.
Yeah. See,
You know.
and that's the difference. Whereas mainstream, there's no there's no paper to tell me where my place values are.
Okay.
Right? So just like I did
Yeah.
here, I did a bunch of drawings. This still doesn't, in my brain, this doesn't make sense to me because this is still a 2-dimensional. Whereas on a 3-dimensional, right, you could see, oh, I remember this is my tens place, this is my ones place, just as how we write. So that's why Abacus is more representational of the numbers.
Yes, yes, it is.
Right? As opposed to this is 50, yeah, but it's 50 individual ones. There's no place values on this. That's why some of the kids struggle with place values. Whereas in Abacus, the place value is right there. This is 10. This
Even
is
if
20.
the rod represents 10, that's a placement value of 10, right? So
No,
they still struggle with
no,
that.
no. This is 10 ones.
That's not just 10?
This is 10, but I can put it anywhere and it's still 10. But here, if I put 10 anywhere, that's 100. I can't show you what I can't show you what 2 tens look like.
Oh, unless you put another rod up.
But this is not place values. This is still a 1-to-1
Okay.
because 2 tens, I think this is now we're just kind of talking about linguistics. Because how do they write our numbers? We don't write, sorry. We don't write, when we say 10, we do this, right? We don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't do that.
No.
So where do we put the 2?
Oh, you would have to do that all over again.
Yeah, but where do you put it? There's no place values. We don't have a box to put our stuff in
I see.
when we write our numbers.
No.
So I could put, if I did 20, right? If I did 20, I have to put a whole lot of dots here. And then it's harder for the eye to see.
Okay.
That's 20, but is it really 20? I don't know. Now we're getting really philosophical,
Sorry. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's 2, but it's 2 tens. I don't know. There's no way to put items in a place value because the concept of place value is exactly what it is. It's a concept
Uh-huh.
as opposed to what? Physical representation. No. Yeah. Place values is a concept.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tammy?
It is.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm listening.
Yeah, no, I was wondering if you could put an insight. I mean, insight. I
Well,
mean, that's what it is,
put it
right?
as a concept, yeah, because in my mind, I see 20 because the way I was taught, I know that 2 is in a tens place. But if you got a small child that doesn't know uh, about the place values, and you just tell them 20, you know, you've got 20 one place,
Items.
one, yeah,
Yeah.
20
Yeah.
items.
Yeah.
That is,
20
yeah,
items.
it doesn't teach them place value.
Representation. Yeah.
Okay,
Because
yeah, representation.
what this really, these numbers are actually symbols. And we're trying to correlate these symbols with items. And that's the disconnect.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Right?
Okay.
I'm very happy that my kids are no longer small because I would not be happy with all this where they're teaching.
I don't. I'm fine with it because I know that once they understand this, it didn't matter. It didn't matter if they needed to take the 10, they just know that that was a process.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
what gets
They
confusing though is like in Abacus, you will say, okay, you'll use the same, plus the 5 is plus the 10 minus 5. Okay, they will say they will use 10, they'll say 20, they'll say 30, they'll say 40, and then or they'll say 100 and so it gets confusing when they do that versus
what are you talking about?
okay, when they're basically remember when we go to each column at a time when we're subtracting. So if we're going to say 52 minus 18, they're not going to say minus this 1 is plus the 5. I mean, minus the 1 is minus the 5.
Oh, plus the
Plus
4?
the
They don't
4.
say
They
that.
will say minus 50
Equals to minus. Yeah, I see. That is just that's just a teaching, because in mainstream, you're always trying to remember the tens place. You're always trying to remember your zeros, but in Abacus, we don't need to.
But it's visually there. You can see that it's a tens, that the 5 is in the tens place because there's the 0 there. So
But if I do this, you don't.
well, I guess not, because then voila, you're going to open it up and you'll see because you're going through each column one at a time. And then you see that, okay, well, if it was 52 minus 18, then you'll see that it's 34.
Right. But that's the
Yeah.
difference. But that's what Tammy was talking about earlier today was, if you look at the individual numbers and what you're trying to do with it, as opposed to the number as a whole.
Okay.
That was the what do you call it? The not breaking point, the epiphany. That was the epiphany.
Yeah, the epiphany. Because when like I said in the very beginning, 2 days after, okay, so Saturday, when I brought out my abacus, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, this is just a set of numbers. The place value had nothing to do with it till I was done.
Yes, yeah, because that's your end result. That's your
right.
That's your answer.
Right.
But it's almost like I got permission for it not to be hard. It's just another set of numbers.
Right.
And I flew through the 2 pages that I was working on. I even went to the back to make sure I had the right answer. Because I flew through it.
So
And I was floored.
When we're talking, any one place value can only hold 9.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter if you're in because remember, the place values are, again, is a concept. We're trying to quantify or put a concept to all our numbers. How do we explain so we can visually see what it is? Our brains cannot see all of these numbers, right? You can't visually see this.
No.
You have to break it apart. Okay, that's 10. Here's another 10. You know what I mean? You have to organize it. That's the difference between, like, you get this whole thing or you get that whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So visually, when we do representation, you're only looking at the number. Is it a 2? Yeah. And if anything above 9 becomes redundant.
So my question is, the purpose of place value is being able to read the numbers.
Place value is so you know the amount you got. That's all it is.
So you know, the amount, how big the number is.
Right.
Yes.
That's the whole purpose of place values.
Well, that's the whole purpose of a decimal system. So when we go to 9, right? When we go to 9, what happens here? It resets and this changes. So we know that we have 10. You know, like there's that flipping thing that you keep flipping. I don't know. And then after you get to 9, what happens? It resets. This becomes 0, but then this carries the 1. It do it again. This goes to 9, resets to tell you that this is 2.
My row counter does that.
There you go. Yes.
Right?
Because I click every time I do a row, and when it gets to 9, it flips up to 10.
Yeah.
And I can go to 1,000 rows.
So philosophically, when we're talking about it, this is just a counter of how many times you do this,
Mhm.
right? So if I did
Yes.
9, right? We go to 9. I'm done. Oh, it's just like our times table. Remember our times table? 1 times 2 is 2. 2
Mhm.
times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. This is just a counter. Same thing with this in a smaller scale.
Ah,
9, right? 39. Well,
Mhm.
what I'm done with 39. What's our next number? Our next number is
reset.
we count it again. We start from 0 again. But I've
Oh,
done it 40 times.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you count it each 10. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
And
And
that
so
gets tiring when you think of it.
what?
Gets tiring when you think of it. You've done it 40 times
Yeah.
or 100 times. It's like,
But
okay.
but that's the amazing thing about the decimal system. The decimal system was invented like way, way before. And the fact that we can show this concept is crazy. It's
I
different
agree.
than the base 10, and it's different than the binary.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So now we're just talking about the concepts of base of the decimal system,
Ah,
not the
okay.
abacus. The abacus just amplifies what we're trying to do. Whereas these cubes are still stuck in like counting by ones. Whereas the abacus represents what we're trying to do with our numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So going back, if I said 4, I did this 40 times, right? But
Mm-hmm.
if I'm looking at the number, we're just like when we add 2, what do? We add the 5, we take away the 3. Does it
Mm-hmm.
matter that I had to do it here? You know what
No,
I mean?
No.
no, it doesn't matter.
So yes, it's good to understand the bigger picture, but sometimes going down the path and then all of a sudden you look up, then you're at your destination,
Ah,
right? Like a hiking analogy.
I love the way you word your words. Thank you.
She
It's
does make you
it's
were able to understand it when you listen to her. Yeah.
it's like a little proverb.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. Especially the towards the end of the last meeting, you said, it's the journey. Just no, no, no. You said be still or something like that. Embrace where I don't know how you said that. I'd have to go back. You said,
I'll have to go back.
yeah, you should just you need to be still and just embrace where you're at, something like that. Had
Okay.
I think it had to do with the abacus, and I forgot what it was when I asked, and then
Yeah.
you just be still, still. No, no, I know. It had to do with the other abacus, the one where you had the felt behind it and it was
Uh-huh.
white. And I said, to kind of because you don't want to mess up with the bees, but
Oh, right.
yeah,
Yeah, so the idea was to have something to help you to not move the beads. But then the
right.
other one is, well, the reason why it's loose like that is so you can practice being still. That's what it
Yeah,
was,
yes.
And do
as
you
opposed to having
know
help.
on my ones place, the number 5 bead likes to just come down automatically.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't need you yet.
Yeah. Sometimes if your beads get sticky, like my beads get sticky, I gotta clean it. So
Oh,
Well, how do you
maybe
clean?
it's
How do you alcohol wipes?
yeah, you could try alcohol. I don't know. I've never really cleaned it.
Actually, I would have I would do my Q-tips. I have Q-tips for my art, and they come
Yeah,
to a
yeah,
point. I come to a
yeah,
point, so I could do that. I
yeah,
didn't think about that. Okay,
yeah.
I'll have to do that. You can do it with alcohol, and it'll evaporate fast.
Yeah,
mhm.
I don't know if the alcohol will damage the plastic.
Yeah, it could probably over time.
Yeah, just a
Okay,
thought.
I'll have to
Just like,
research
Yeah.
it. It may just be soap and water.
Yeah, it could just I think soap and water would be fine.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if I'm not sure. Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know why it would come down. But yeah, it could just be that it's dirty. Because I know like mine, if I add, see how it brings that down, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
So I
it
know I got to
mine
clean
always
mine.
brings the orange up with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I
All
would just,
right.
yeah,
I didn't think about that.
yeah, yeah.
It's amazing the stuff I learned. I'm serious.
Yeah, yeah. Every time the question is, what's the point of an abacus? I always think about Tammy because it's like,
It's
because
because it's candy.
it's helping you to
Oh, oh,
train
I
your
wanted
brain.
to. That was the other thing I want to tell you. I have a lot of puzzle type games, word puzzles, number puzzles on my phone because I'm always trying to get this brain going. Well, one of them is called Word Solitaire, and they present you with letters, and you got to come up with a word. I'm coming up with words that I never even thought of now.
Nice, nice,
Before it used to be like three, maybe four letters. Oh no, they're 8 letters now. And I'm
nice.
like, wow. So it is helping.
Yes,
I don't,
good.
I don't, I honestly at this point don't know why I have problems with my memory. I do. They've done an MRI. I have no signs of Alzheimer's or dementia. So we're at a loss at this point. But the abacus is like it's waking something up in my brain because
Yeah,
I'm finding words for that word solitaire. I'm finding words that before would never occur to me.
yeah,
I do 2 and 3 and 4 letter words, and that's it.
yeah.
This is it. Really is helping.
Isn't math basically isn't that a left brain thing? I can't remember if it's left brain
Yes,
or right brain.
it's a left brain.
I wouldn't say it
Okay,
had to be a left brain.
Yeah,
okay,
it's a left brain.
okay.
Yeah. And that, but because your oh yeah, yeah, because your left brain is connected to your right hand, and then your right hand is connected to your abacus.
Yes.
That's the idea. I don't know. That's why they say some of the artists are left-handed and some of the mathematicians are right-handed. That's what they say.
See, I
Uh,
have to do the abacus a little bit differently because
No,
I'm left-handed.
nope, you do exactly the same. You just write with your left hand.
So, but it's hard for me to use my right hand and do the beads. I can't do it.
It's practice.
I
well,
can't
and
because I'm left-handed. I'm just so
No, that's a mental block.
no.
It's a mental block.
I used to talk so
I can't.
much. I know
I
y'all can't believe it. And I had to write lines so much. I made myself learn to write with my left hand
Yeah,
because my right hand would get tired. So
yeah,
I learned to write at the same time.
yep,
At one point, I was doing 500 lines.
yeah.
oh
It's
wow.
I know you can't
practice.
believe it. I know you can't believe that I got busted for talking, but I would. And they would make me write lines. And I'm like, I am not in a religious school. What are y'all doing?
Yeah,
But I made myself.
yeah.
So
You
I
can
write
learn
with
it.
both.
You're just comfortable with one side or the other, but
Yes.
you can learn it. Like I drink with my left hand, but I write with my right hand. So I try to be a little bit more ambidextrous. It's just practice. It's just
Yeah,
practice.
that's all it is.
Yeah. So like using chopsticks, I will use my left hand to do chopsticks so I can strengthen my left hand as opposed to my right hand.
Oh, you ain't never seen anything funny as me trying to eat my chopsticks with my left hand. I have
Yeah.
not managed that one. I love my
Yeah.
chopsticks.
Yeah. So it's a well, if that's the case, you might want to strengthen your hand because that's the problem is strengthening your hand.
Okay.
You don't have the strength to be able to hold the abacus to hold the chopsticks. So that's why you need to. Yeah.
Well, see, now this is going to be my new goal.
Yeah.
I
So like
make myself learn.
what I've noticed is when my kids were young, they started hanging, like they want to do push or pull-ups, right? But as they
Mhm.
started to strengthen their hands, they were able to use the chopsticks.
Okay. Well, then that's my
You're
new
good.
thing. I'm gonna start working on using my
Yeah.
You're
chopsticks. Just sit here and practice with the chopsticks.
Yeah, yeah, but you got to put some sort of weight or some sort of squishy or some sort of just to like, to gain strength in your
Then I'll just
hands.
get my 2 pound weight and I'll
Yes.
use it,
Well, but
lift it.
that's the problem is you're only working your arms. You got to work your hands. So
Okay,
you got to get like
I'll have to research
yeah,
that.
you got to get something like a squeezer or something to be able to squeeze.
A
Those
stress ball? A stress ball?
is yeah, you could do a
Yeah.
stretch. Yeah, there's a stretch ball, but there's also like a little um like a hand squeezer thingy. Like let me see if I can find it. Damn
Okay.
it. Uh
Because now you got me curious.
yeah.
And I love my chopsticks. Anything I can eat with my chopsticks, I will. My husband just looks at me. I said, leave me alone. Go on. My favorite utensil. My favorite utensil is my
Oh,
chopsticks.
they're called hand grips. Hold on. Let me share my screen.
Hand grips.
Yeah. These things.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
Right?
can give you a pair
beautiful.
of those.
Yeah, because it's small. You don't need to like hang, but yeah.
We're not hanging with me. I've lost 80 pounds, but I am not hanging from nothing.
Yeah.
I am
But
not, I don't
but the
have that
hand
much strength.
grips.
Yeah.
Hand grips will help.
Okay. Okay. I will get me a
Stress
pair of
balls.
those.
Yeah, stress balls, hand grips, something to work the actual hand and not the dumbbell.
Okay.
I have that
You
here.
got it. I will get me a pair.
Yeah. Okay. So any last questions before we head out?
Yeah, can we do one story problem from
Sure.
from the bedtime math?
Okay. Oh, bedtime math.
I was
Yeah.
gonna see if we could do one of the 3-digit addition or subtraction, either one.
Oh, that would be good.
You
Three
have
digit too.
do you have a question, Tammy, or do I have to think of it?
I had
I'll
one
pull
from
my book out.
Yeah.
yeah. There we go.
Oh yeah. There you go.
I just use my book. Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't get to take the picture of this one yet.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's really pretty.
It is, but I always color the bubbles first.
Yeah.
Now, when I did, no, see, no. Oh, this mosaic I missed, so I had to go back and do it. Somehow the
Yeah.
pages were stuck.
Yeah.
So all I do is because there's no bubbles,
Oh
so
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the ones that are the same number, the same
Yeah.
answer, I say
Yeah.
it's the same color,
Okay.
and so that's how I did the mosaic. And I just
Nice.
reach in and I pull a color out.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
like it.
try to find anything.
Yeah.
I just reach in and pull it out. Unless it's too much of one color, then I go, oh, let's try again.
Yeah. Exactly.
But if I got 2 or 3 that are the same answer, then they're the same color.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't have to have the bubbles.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
like the bubbles, but on the mosaic, I think
Yeah.
it's fun not to have them. You just see what you come up with.
Yeah. Yeah. It was meant to
But
be a little bit
yeah,
creative.
but for these pictures, I like having the bubbles, and I always choose the color first before I even look at a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, we wanted a problem. Okay. All right. Let's do 417 plus 974.
Okay.
Okay, so 417 plus 974. And you know me, I like to go from this left. So 4,
Yep.
nope,
4.
Tammy, 4, 1, and 7. So we want to add the 9 to it. So that's going to be uh, 10 minus 1. So I'm
Oh,
going to go,
wait. So
okay,
just as we
go
said
ahead.
before, we don't look at the whole thing. We
Mm-mm.
have to remember the formula. What is the formula? The formula is when we add the 9, it is plus
It's
the 10 minus the
minus the
1,
1.
right? So when we want to add
Yeah,
that. So that's why we only need to, so then, oh, that's what it is. This becomes scalable.
right.
Does that make sense, Alyssa?
Mm-hmm.
So if you start putting place values in here, then we're no longer utilizing it as an element. It is no longer scalable. So I think that's the other difference is mainstream math, when they start talking about strategies, it's not scalable.
It's not scalable.
Okay, so let me see if I can find. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find my Lego. So here's my example. Okay. So we have these Legos, right?
Yep.
Now, depending on what you do with the Legos, it can be a car, it can be a part of a balcony, it can be part of a wall, right?
Yes.
But if I already made it a window, I can only use it as a window. So that's why if you say 900 minus 900 is equal to 100 minus 10, then what we're doing is we're already putting it into a preset, what do you call it? A preset thing.
I know what words you're looking for, but I'm trying to find it so I can say it.
Yeah, I'm trying to, we don't want to fabricate, what we're trying to do right now. We want to just go with the fundamentals, the elements. We want to take every element. And if I decide to do this, oh, look, I've made a tower, right? Or I made a column, as opposed to I have this whole thing and then I got to figure it out. So that's why I wouldn't say 900 is equal to 100 minus 10, because we get lost in the wording.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't do 900 is equal to, 1,000 minus 1,000, take away 100. See, even I forgot. It's too many zeros. Your brain can't process these zeros.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we do.
I don't worry about the placements until I am done.
Yeah. So that's why we don't say 900 is equal to 1,000 minus 100.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we say minus the 10. Minus the 10 just means what? Next column over. Because if you really think about it, Abacus just tells you the next column over.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go over here. You're always going next column over. We're not looking at the place values right now. Minus the 10, plus the 10, minus the 1.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then 7, can we do it?
Yes, actually.
Yes. Add the 7. And then plus the 4.
Okay, so now the 4, that's going to be 10 minus 6.
Yes. Why?
I'm because the 5 has already been used in my mind. I see the 5's already been used, so we can't use it anymore.
Exactly.
So it's so
There's a
you
reason.
add the 10 and you take away the 6.
Yep. That's the reason. Take away the 10, or add the 10, take away the 6. See, there's always a rhyme and reason when you're using the numbers in the abacus.
But as soon as I see the 5 has been used and we're not taking the 5 away, then I know I have to go 10 minus 6.
Right.
So, and then, the thing that caught my attention is when we're doing a subtraction problem,
Mm-hmm.
that because they say we did 1350 minus the 974, then when I have to work everything, then I know, okay, so the 9 is going to be minus 10 plus the 1.
Right.
And for some reason, it took me 3 days for that to kick in, that if you're subtraction, then the bottom one's got a negative number. So it's going to be negative 9 equals -10 plus 1. So it's just doing the opposite operation.
Yes, it is doing the opposite, the inverse, but I wouldn't say negative, I would say minus, because the concept
Okay,
is
minus.
taking away, right? So if we
Okay,
did the
minus.
reverse, because some
I
people got
get
hung
it
up on
straight.
that. Huh?
Yes. I said, I'll get it straight. I'm working on the vocabulary.
Oh yeah. So that was the interesting thing, was when people really get hung up on the word negative and minus. And so I try to be careful with my words, and I say minus as opposed to negative.
Okay,
So if we did that,
minus.
right?
Yeah, when you're doing minus, isn't it kind of minusing integers at that point?
Yeah, exactly.
Not negative.
And so then people are like, well, how do you do a negative number? So if I did 5 minus 8, well, that's a negative number. Okay. But how do we do it in paper? We still do 8, take away 5 is 3, and then and then slap that negative sign.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you would do it on a piece of paper. You still need to go from the big number to the little number, but remember that there's a negative sign.
Mhm.
Exactly. So it's just, I'm writing it down every time my vocabulary is not correct. I write it down
Yeah. So if we
because
did the
I want to
reverse,
say it. I want to say it right when we're on the video and streaming,
it's okay.
and when I try to explain it to somebody else.
Oh yeah, trying to explain to somebody else is always interesting.
Can be a challenge.
Is it a challenge, or is it a?
Um,
Is it a challenge? It
Well,
keeps
for
your
me, I
brain
think it's just
active,
yeah, it does.
yeah.
right? So even we did the reverse, minus the 9 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 1.
Plus the 1 exactly.
Minus the 10 plus the 1.
Are you subtracting now? Oh
Yep.
wait, whoa. Okay, you're subtracting to get the number on top.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm with you. Okay, hold on. I didn't know what you were doing. Okay, so yeah, minus the 9 is minus the 10, which is the one there, and then plus the 1.
But see, what we're looking at is we're looking at this number, this column, right? When you're looking at this column, you're always going to the left column. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, because you have to minus that 1.
Yeah. But see, even in mainstream math, we only look at the one column.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right. And so when I start thinking about it on the abacus, it's like, I can't believe how simple arithmetic can be if we just break it down to its parts. Minus, so then we're at 4, and then we're here. What's the next number? Well, we're looking at this. 7, 9. Can we do it? Yeah, take it away.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then what do? We go here. Well, I don't have enough beads to take away the 4.
Okay, so, and because we haven't used the 5.
Because I cannot take away the 5.
Oh, no, we can't take away the 5.
It.
Yeah.
You haven't even utilized it in the first place.
Right. So what do? We got to go to the next column. That's the 10.
You're going to take away 10 and add 6.
Take away the 10 and add the 6. Yeah. But see, it's still that one column. Do you see that, Alyssa?
Where did you take away the 10?
From here.
For the column, for the next,
from the
one to the left
column. Yeah. You're always going from here.
Oh dear. I must have done something wrong.
Okay.
This is what we have. We have 3.
I don't mind going over it if you want.
We have 421. Yeah. That's what we're left with. And then we take away the 4.
No, I had 411.
I got 417.
Yeah.
400. How do you get 17? No. We're doing one up. Not 17. Go one back. So we're doing here. We did 1,390.
Okay.
91, right?
91. Yes.
We're okay. So after that, we did minus the 10 plus the 1. That's our 9. And then we take away 7. Right? So that's where we're at. We're at 421.
Okay. Oh, I jumped. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just at 421.
Sorry, I jumped. Because once I start a
Yeah,
problem, I just keep going.
Yeah.
yeah, I did, because I ended up having 411, and I'm like, what? No, I have 421. So
Okay.
now
And
you
then,
subtract the 4 by subtracting the 10, and then
And adding,
putting the 6.
yep.
Uh-huh.
But see,
So
we're
why do I
only,
mess up so easily? How come I think I don't either put my finger in the right place, and I end up
it
doing the
could be
wrong
that.
color.
It could be that, or it could be that you're moving the abacus and it moves your beads.
which it will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the beads are very easy to move.
Finicky.
Not finicky, just easy.
It's
Okay.
easy.
So
Okay.
so this is what I have. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, last question. So we
Yeah.
have
Okay.
With the World Cup heating up, it's worth taking a closer look at the this is interesting. Closer look at the soccer balls. If you ever wondered how many shapes of the soccer balls has, it has 12 pentagons and 20 hexagons. But this is more conceptual as opposed to adding and subtracting. So each
Right.
pentagon has 5 hexagons around it. All those shapes add up to one sphere, which it makes it easier to count in the goal. Is that what you wanted to do? Those are the only, that was the one, and then this one. That's
Holy cow. So how do you answer that?
what
Well,
you
what
have
are they
to
wanting to know?
you have to recognize what it is, right? So so what I would do is I would draw it out,
Okay.
right? So we know what a pentagon looks like.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do. I'd start drawing it out. And then you'll notice that there's the hexagons go around it. And I'm like, that's a lot of drawing. So then,
Yeah.
but but to be visual for the child, and then it doesn't even come out right. I don't know.
No,
I don't know. But
I don't know how they
that's
did
what
it.
I would do. So here, what I would do is I would draw it out. A square has 4 sides. So if I did 4 sides like this, right? And then a pentagon has one more side than that. How many sides? So this is more about geometry. So this is a square, and if I add one more to make it a pentagon, they're just verbalizing it. That's what
They
the
should have
we
gave us
ones
a
is.
stick house.
So that would
Yeah.
be 9 though, right? So, because it's really
No, no,
talking
no,
about
no,
sides.
no. Yeah, how no, it says how many sides does a pentagon have?
Oh,
Yeah, it's not yeah,
oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
right? So then here it says if you kick the ball and your foot touches the pentagon and all 5 hexagons are touching it, how many shapes does your foot touch? I'm like, oh my God, that's like really conceptually trying to understand. You know
6.
what I mean?
This is why I hated these problems when I was in school.
Yeah, because you really have to understand what,
I had trouble trying to figure out what they wanted to know.
yeah, you had to know that this is a hexagon and then inside the wait, no, it's the other way. You have to know that this, and then you have to figure out how to draw. I don't draw very well. And then there's like hexagons that come here. I don't know.
I would
So
just say the
yeah,
hexagon has 5 sides.
you know
Uh,
what I would probably do is I would probably instead of draw it out, I'd probably like make it a shape, like cut it out. I'd cut it so then you can actually physically see it
okay,
instead of draw it.
so that one that says if the
If you kick the ball and your foot touches a pentagon and all 5 hexagons touching it, how many shapes did your foot touch? Your foot touched 6 shapes because you're just
yeah,
adding one pentagon to 5 hexagons.
yeah.
If you
Okay.
touch the one pentagon, how many pentagons did you not touch? Oh my God. How many of the 12 pentagons did you not touch?
You didn't
Questions?
touch 11 of them.
Yeah.
How old are they ask what age group are they asking this question?
That's why they do the little kids and the big kids. But even still, understanding the shapes themselves is very difficult.
Mm.
Big kids.
I'd fail. I would fail.
Since the ball has 12 hexagons and 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons, how many faces does it have in total?
Now
I don't
that's
even-
a little bit more challenging because you have to count all the faces.
32.
How do you know what a face is? A face of what?
It's the face of each shape.
Yeah.
Face of
So
each shape?
if you got 20 and 12, you got 32
Oh.
faces.
Right. Okay.
But still,
Oh, I see. So
So
faces of the shapes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Faces of the shape.
Or is it the side? Or what is that?
No. Those are sides. Those are sides.
Okay.
So this is
Yep.
This
It's
is
kind
the
of like
face.
That right there, that's the face.
Yeah, that's the face. Okay. And then this is the side.
Yeah.
So I think a good example would be a cube, and you're counting
Yeah.
all the faces, which
Yeah.
is top, bottom, and then you have
Yeah.
the four sides all around. So that would be a total of 6 faces.
Yeah. 1, 2, yeah, there's 6 faces, but
Because there's a top and a
the
bottom.
problem is this is a 2-dimensional concept. This is not a prism or a 3-dimensional concept.
Mhm.
So
And they also give you the information, and then they give you a whole bunch of information, and all they want to know is the first one.
yeah.
I hated when they did that.
Yeah, you have to discern. Oh, see, no. There's 32 faces, right? But
Yeah.
if you bounce the ball 13 times on your knee and then twice as many times off your foot, how many times in a row can you bounce the ball in the air? That's a lot of thinking.
Oh.
That's why I told you
Conceptually.
those always made my head hurt, and I hated them.
Yeah, so it's 20 plus 12 is equal to 32. So we know how many faces, right? But it doesn't
Right.
tell you. It just asks, how many times in a row can you bounce the ball in the air? So if you bounce the ball 13 times at the knee and then twice with your foot, what is that? 13 times that by 2 is equal to 36. 36.
Okay.
Huh. Wow. Okay. Well, we can stop that if you like.
Yeah. Well, because it's how they explain it is also very different, right? Because they say the sky's the limit. When someone makes a soccer ball, each shape edge is sewn together and another shape edge. How many of those lines does the maker sew in total? That you would really have to understand what the
I'm
shape.
just gonna cry.
Yeah.
Oh, I brought a doozer, huh?
You did. You did.
If it needed,
I love you, Alyssa, but that made my head hurt.
every shape edge is shared with another shape. I think this would be where I would start like looking at the object as opposed to reading it. And I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you
Well, the wee one was
have
pretty easy to answer, and the little kids was probably a little bit more challenging. But yeah, I just thought I shared an example. Okay, yeah, yeah.
All right.
I know. I sent some other ones, but we won't do bedtime math anymore. Then
Yeah.
it's making our brain hurt.
To it if you can explain it to me. But I loved math. I still love math. I hate word problems.
Yeah.
Because they give you so much information, and then they ask you a simple question that is like, so why did I need all the other information?
And it's
And I
learning how to
recognize they
interpret
do
it.
this. Yeah.
But this one itself, though, it's talking about hexagons and pentagons as shapes. We don't work with that in general. So
No.
a physical representation would be more beneficial than just words on a paper.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going through this, That's what I would do. I would cut up 20 hexagons. I'd cut up 12 pentagons and try to mash it all together. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have to print out the shapes
Yeah, exactly. Print it out.
and maybe a picture of a soccer ball.
Yeah.
If
That's
this
what
was
I would do.
if this was homework, I would need to see.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Well, Lynette,
Is
I'm
it
really
not?
excited because my book will be coming, and I'll be able to work on the adult book too, just like you, Tammy.
Yeah.
You'll love it. You really will.
Yeah.
Thank
And it's
you.
like, and my
Yeah.
next page is another mosaic, and I am so excited. 'Cause like I
Thank
said,
you.
I just the mosaics because there's no little bubbles. So when I've got it solved, if there's same answer, they get the same color.
Mhm.
And I just reach in and grab. Now, if I'm getting too much of one color, okay, let's try it again. You
Mhm.
know, because at one point I was picking out all blues. I'm going, no, we're not. No, I need more. I need different colors.
Yeah.
So, but I love doing the colors.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Abram had a hard time doing the color by number. It was page 27. He got really, really overwhelmed with that. And so I just said, just do 4 problems at a time. Because I think there were a total of 32 problems on that one page.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
he really struggled doing that one.
Wait. So what book are we on?
What book?
It's the plus fives.
Okay, so
Oh,
page
okay.
22.
In the
Oh, page
Who, it
22.
was
Oh, wait, sorry.
27.
page 27.
Oh, page 27.
Yeah, in the plus 5 book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
really overwhelmed with that.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
did four at a time.
Good.
Verbalizing, no, it's
Okay.
not happening. But I just say, okay, at least verbalize one, and you can see that he is doing it correctly.
Okay.
Color too lightly on mine, but
Yeah.
Nice.
but see, I picked the colors up here, and that's why my bunny is not pink. I picked, like I said, I picked the colors out first, and then
Yeah.
whatever which comes that answer, that's the color it is.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like showing my pictures off, so
Good.
like,
I'm happy you do.
so like because I never know what it's going to look like. I might know what the picture is, and I might not.
Yep.
But and the dot to dot. Oh, that one was cool.
Yeah, you like that? Thank you.
I did, and I was. Now I can't find it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the dot to dot. You know.
Oh, I bet he'll like. I bet he'll like. He likes the mazes.
Okay.
Oh
Nice.
yes.
Yep,
All
he
right.
loves the mazes. So, but that one was a little.
It's a little
Well, I think I was so like, you gotta show me the formula, and so I think he was like done with me. And I think when he realizes he's stuck, then he'll say something. But and that other than that, and he's doing it. I'm
good.
like, do it again. He's doing it pretty fast on the abacus.
Yes, good.
So so I'm like, slow down, do it again. But
Yeah.
maybe I just need to approach it to him differently and not sound like I'm hounding him. You need to show the formula. So
And I like the idea that you had, Alyssa, that you have him do 4 at a time, and then
Yeah.
do 4 again another time, and then when he's done, he gets to color the picture.
Yeah.
yeah,
If he likes the color.
yeah, and of course he chose. Yeah, I'll show you real quick.
This was my favorite dot to dot. Really? Yes.
He
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, it's blurry.
Oh,
It's
hold
blurry.
on. Let me.
There we
Okay,
go.
There we
that's
go.
about as far as he's gotten.
Good.
It's
And
a
the
good
one,
job.
yeah, and the one thing that he mentioned, he goes, well, all of the ones in the center equal 8. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. So just show me how, because each one it has a different formula on what they're doing.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
different problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good to
So-
see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I don't show myself too much. So,
That's
but
okay. We love it when you come on.
yeah,
But yeah, one at a,
Yeah,
if
but
all he
that
does is one cuts the animal, then you know what? You've got a plus.
the fact that he knows that it's 8 in the middle is then he's only focusing on the result and not understanding the process.
oh, is that what you think it is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they can analyze and they can discern, which is fine.
Okay, so what do you suggest then?
Just keep going. The questions will get harder. Just keep going.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
but do what you're doing. Make him go
Yep.
back and
I-
give
I-
you the formula. Even
yeah,
though he knows it's going to be 8, have him work each one.
yeah,
He'll get over it. I promise you. Mine did.
yeah, yeah.
So
My
they
student
find
did
new
as
things
well.
to be mad at me. So
Yeah.
Um,
You just keep going. Just, keep going. Because they're gonna, and that's what you want them to do is you want them to analyze and say, oh, I assume that this is what's gonna be, but you don't, it
Mhm.
is what it is, and you just keep going. I think that's why I also provided a little bit more activities
mhm.
and try to figure out what's going on. And then when they get to double digits and then we get to triple digits, then they're going to start seeing that, oh, it's going to be a little bit harder.
Okay. The
yeah,
tic-tac-toe, I don't get the tic-tac-toe.
Just choose
So
one and then
you
place it.
just so you just put it down before you do the problems?
You can. You can, or you do it the other way. You could do the problem and then place your marker down. It's up to you.
Okay, so that's how you do that.
Yeah,
So-
because it's just a different way of doing tic-tac-toe. Instead of just pushing down your marker, you just got to answer the question. That's all.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't really play the games. I just worked on the problems.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The last thing that I got was I got this box where it
Okay.
talks about math flashcards,
Yes,
and it has division and subtraction up to 12.
yes.
In that division, you can just pull out a card and do it on the abacus. Let's see if I can show one. No, let's see. No, those are all the time. Okay, hold on. Like that. It's a
Okay.
little bit. And then just take that one problem and then just show them how to do that on the abacus.
Yeah, and you don't
No.
have to come up with a problem.
No, no, no,
No, you
no.
don't
Because
think so?
because those are just math facts.
They are, but
They
you
don't.
have to, they won't work on the abacus if you go 5 divided by 35.
No, because it's just a math fact. It's got to be bigger. It's got to be a bigger number. It's got to be like 3 digits,
Digits.
or it
It
has to
can't
be
be
2. It has to be like 58 divided by 9 or divided by 2.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. Then you go
Because
into the
you've got to
math
be able
fact.
to work. Yeah, you've got to be able to work each digit.
Okay.
Yeah.
There, it's 7 times 5. So it's 7. You're not really working anything.
Yeah. You're not really working anything.
Okay, it's just the inverse of the,
Yep. Multiplication.
a multiplication.
Still needs
Okay.
to know it. He still needs to
Yeah.
know it, Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
cool.
flashcards. Yeah. The flashcards, the way the flashcards are built, it's only yeah, even the division is still just the inverse of multiplication.
Okay. Okay, I thought it'd be a try, but
Good
they
luck.
they do still have the subtractions. Kind of
Yes.
like your flashcards that you
Yes.
have on the.
Yes, you could do the addition and subtraction on the abacus. Yes, you can do that.
Okay. All
But
right.
yeah, multiplication and division, that's just memorizing.
Okay, you're right.
And you
So
definitely got to have them down pat before you hit division.
yeah,
Oh, oh yeah.
yeah.
I
You
figured
But
out why.
I still like doing the multiplication on the
Yeah.
abacus. You're visually
Oh, it's
seeing
a
how to-
blast.
It's fun.
It is a
So,
blast.
Well,
right.
thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate this. So,
Thank you. Of course. Of course. And I will see you guys all next week.
yep.
Yes.